What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Big Fibby Joshua. Anthony Joshua has been accused of, for years, with a jacket, of having no chin. And this video is to really break down if Anthony Joshua has a chin or not. Because we've heard he's been chinny. We've heard that he has no heart. He can't take a punch. His punch resistance is none to zero, right? Or 0 to none. And he is hesitant to throw the way he used to because of the punches that he's taken in certain fights that have definitely deterred him. So let's talk about it. Let me counterpunch. I think Anthony Joshua has been in some wars. Of course, the spectacular war he had with the ex-king, ex-emperor Vladimir Klitschko, where he took a solid right hand to the temple, okay? And that right hand sent Anthony Joshua welling to the canvas, flat on his back. And we thought it was over. Unless I thought it was over. I thought, you know what? This is a wrap. This fight is not going to continue. He's not going to get back up. But he got back up. And he did some suffering and got battered some of these rounds, okay? But he did come back in the 11th round and got the stoppage, despite being dropped in the 6th. The next, the Povetkin fight, okay? That happened the next year after the smaller, sturdier, bulkier brawler Povetkin was able to get on the inside with left hooks and uppercuts, mainly that right uppercut, which had Anthony Joshua's nose, bloodied, gushed, free-flowing. And AJ took those shots. He was buckled, though, when he did take those left hooks and right uppercuts, okay, to the face, to the dome. But nonetheless, in the 7th round, he knocked him out and brought it home. Bars. And we have the Andy Ruiz incident. Okay, Andy Ruiz was a fighter that was dropped for the first time in his career by the left hook of Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, of course, being the finisher that he is, what he's accustomed to, went out there in a blaze of glory to stop the Mexican warrior and got chinned with a left hook to the temple. And he went down, shocked the world, Madison Square Garden, June 1st, 2019, gets back up. His legs were not up under him, got floored again, okay? And that was the 3rd round, and he was losing that fight. He landed some pretty good punches in the 5th round, but in the 7th, he went down again and again, and the referee stopped the fight. He was knocked down a total of 4 times in that fight, but he got back up nonetheless all 4 times. A lot of people thought that he quit. And after that, he has created the title of being chinny, okay? And my counterpunch to Anthony Joshua, I think that he's not chinny at all. Okay, I think that's the wrong word and the wrong term to describe Anthony Joshua. He was hit by one of the hardest punchers in the heavyweight division at the time, Vladimir Klitschko. Dr. Steelhammer, he played no games. He took people out, and Anthony Joshua weathered the storm and showed him what he was all about. Bars. Okay? And calling him Chinny, I think, is disrespectful to Anthony Joshua because when you look and you see other fighters, maybe they have better of a poker face than AJ. You know, um, now does AJ like to get hit? I don't think he does. I think he doesn't like to get hit. I think, he wants to focus more on defense to avoid getting hit. But I think from him getting hurt by Andy Ruiz, I think he is hesitant to get hit because he doesn't like the position that he was in June 1st of 2019. But getting hit and catching shots, I don't think hurts him. I think the idea of being hurt hurts him because he knew that he physically wasn't where he needs to be. Now, I want people to keep in mind on something very important about Anthony Joshua. June 1st, 2019 was a year of uncertainty, okay? And we just didn't know what was going on with Anthony Joshua. Those shots really didn't seem that hard from Andy Ruiz. Now, in defense of AJ, again, and speaking of Andy, you have to be reminded that Andy, his punches steer very wide, and he's known to hit people with rabbit punches, okay? And I think that's, of course, up to the referee to identify the habits of these fighters. And that's a bad habit that Andy has. Now, if the referee doesn't see it, or he views it as borderline, or he blames it on the fighter for bending his head over while that punch is being landed, I think that may go in that direction. However, Andy Ruiz, didn't seem to hit him hard, but then asked Pritchard Colon about rabbit punches. So the significance of any fighter taking any shot, especially in the heavyweight division, is can they take the shot and keep moving? If he does get dropped, does he get back up? Is he a Namir Khan? And the answer to me is no. He's a guy that didn't get into his last couple losses by a hard hitter. He got in there with a trickster, with a guy that was fast, quick, skilled, gifted, okay? Alexander Usyk. And those shots, I think, were affecting him because he really didn't know when he was going to catch one of those quick counter rights over his jab or straight lefts down the pocket, okay? So I think he was more bothered with the speed than anything else. But this whole AJ is Chinny thing needs to be put to rest. I think everybody in the heavyweight division can get knocked out with the right punch. Of course, please subscribe.